This is a crossroads in the history of our civilization that will determine whether or not we, the people, reclaim control over our government.
Hey, what's happening? It's Bill Smith. First, I want to say shout out to everybody following QAnon out in the Midwest. Some handles like D. Terry, what up? Thanks for the support. So before we get into it, I'll just tell you this video is about NXIVM. It's the sex cult with Allison Mack from Smallville. I'm sure you've seen the pictures about the branding of the sex cult members. It's pretty much all women, mostly Instagram models or D-list celebrities. But what you might not know, or what you may have missed so far, is that this NXIVM place was plugged into setting up preschools and stuff in other countries. So it looked like they were trying to create a recruitment pipeline, and that's where all the child sex trafficking stuff comes in. So I will get that out in a minute. Okay, I've been also tracking the Syria stuff. So if you're not up on that, the timeline is weird about that. We announced we're going to pull out, then there's a chemical attack. So then we have to respond to it, and then Israel starts bombing Syria, and now we're bombing Syria after we said we were going to get out of it. That stuff's going to lead to World War III. That's the globalist agenda. And I know I'm covering a lot of stuff here, but I've been tracking, man, who was the crazy porn star that Trump got with? And the lawyer Cohen in Trump Towers, there was the fire, and then the lawyer, supposedly the FBI raided some offices. They're looking for dirt on Trump, and then Trump, it looks like he did the globalist dirty work on the serious stuff. So just watching the news, I felt like they had some leverage over Trump because it looks like he was starting to play ball with what Israel wants. And I got a problem with that. So I would like QAnon, someone from the QAnon team, to address this. What the hell is going on in Syria? Do you have control of the situation? Has Trump been leveraged? Do they have any leverage over Trump in Syria? I don't know. I'm really, really hoping that someone from the QAnon team will post more about that because I don't see much of it in the postings. Okay, but since it's been a while since I've been away, I'm going to cover a couple things. Posted on April 19th. So it's not on the page right now, but guns are safe. All right, so if you're out there freaking about your guns, right, just relax, man. Like, we're all good. If you got a gun, if you don't have a gun, it don't matter. You'll be able to buy a gun next year. 2 years from now, 5 years, 10 years from now. So don't worry about that. Here's a couple other things to click off the list, though. So election fraud. Now, this has been on the list, and I want to see something happen with this, okay? We've had 2 special elections, and we lost both of them. I guess if you're pulling for the Republicans, which that's what I'm pulling for now, we got one of the parties under control. So we should back it. And we had the Pennsylvania election and then the Alabama election. They both looked like they had some fraud. They were both very close races. And I haven't seen any action. So Q is saying midterms are safe and watch California. Maybe even watch Adam Schiff's district, because I would love to see that sleaze get some exposure. Okay, so some other stuff to go over was someone's asking, will Europe really be broken from its chains too? Q saying worldwide. And we just had the president of France, his name's Macron, come visit the White House today, and it was about getting Trump to back off of reneging on the Iran deal. And he basically said, go pound sand, Frenchie. You out. The Iran deal will be redone. So that was great news to see. And this is the other thing that I wanted to see. When the hell are we going to find out about Seth Rich and what happened in the Las Vegas massacre, how it was all tied back into Saudi Arabia? I really feel like we would have seen this stuff earlier, okay? I really want more of that now. But he's saying that Seth Rich connects to the DNC. I'm not going to go over this stuff. I mean, this is old freaking news, right? So he does bring up why the Democrats made him take a family lawyer. So we'll get into that. I'm sorry, I lost my place. 1 second here. All right, sorry about that. There was a page refresh. Okay, now this is more important stuff to go on because it kind of really sums up where we're at. And if you got some gold, hang on to it, right? But don't feel like you're under pressure to go out there and just hoard. But Q is saying the Federal Reserve is not going to end. We are not going to end it. And I wouldn't think we would. He's going to say it's going to be restructured. Now, I've read a whole lot about some of the posts that were out today and yesterday. I'm not going to go into the background, but if you got a little bit of gold, a little bit of silver, I think you're good. But I'm telling people that as someone who's owned gold in the past, who's watched a lot of stuff over 20 years, I really think that stocks are a better place to put your money. And I know they're going to take a dip here pretty soon. People are calling for a market correction, but you're not supposed to put all your money in at the same time. You're supposed to ease into the market. So, great. They're going to restructure the Federal Reserve. Great, great news. This is also interesting. Okay, I'm going to scroll down to this. This is important. It says, Pelosi made a big error in admitting travel to North Korea in the past. Archive this immediately. They have tried to cover this. Why is this relevant? These people will lose everything. Now, it's 5 days after the post, and the video's still up. All right, so here is Skeletor talking about her visit to Korea, and then specifically North Korea. I'm going to play the clip just so it's in the video. It's not going to be the best quality, but it's like 5 or 10 seconds. So we'll listen to her say that she's actually been to North Korea. Amazing.
When I went to North Korea, I saw a poverty spirit that just was mind-boggling in many respects. and it's a difficult place. Our purpose then was to say, we want to talk about MIAs and POWs. We want you to stop proliferating, selling your missile technology, issues like that, checking in on the hunger situation because the people were starving, even though their motto was self-reliance, they couldn't feed their own people. And so what they told you.
Okay, so I don't know if you got all that, but she said that she went there for POWs, prisoners of war, and then specifically mentioned proliferation. Now, the only word that people use that word for is when they're talking about nukes, nuke technology. But she didn't say nuclear technology. She just said proliferation, then she caught herself. Then she went on to say missile technology, which is ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles with nuclear warheads and payloads on them. So there she is admitting that, yeah, she's been to North Korea to talk about their nuclear program. Okay, so we're back to the Q post. Now, one of the things I've had with the Q, I have a problem with the Q team. All right, if you're a member of the Q team and you're listening to my video, man, here's some feedback for you. I want to see your explanation on the serious stuff. Okay, we're talking about World War III type of kickoffs and Israel getting involved and Trump shifting his hand. And I have never seen Trump renege on promises, So for him to say we need to get out of Syria, be against Syria back in 2013 on 20 tweets and then bomb Syria, man, you're going to have to explain it, Q team. And I don't see you talking about it in a way that really makes me feel better about where you're at. So that leads into this big circle. Now, I told you before the video this is going to be about NXIVM. I'm kind of running out of time here, so I'm going to try to get through it. But there's a big circle of people that links up in this. So if you don't know what NXIVM is, it's a sex cult. I told you that already. And there's this chick named Allison Mack. That's her. She was Chloe Sullivan on the show Smallville. And maybe they open it up. Here it is right here. Legal issues. In 2010, Mack was reported to have been recruited into the Vancouver chapter of the multi-level marketing organization NXIVM. That is not what it was. But here it is. This guy named Keith Rainier was accused of running a cult-like program aimed at breaking down his subjects psychologically. She was arrested by the FBI 4 days ago on charges of sex trafficking, conspiracy, forced labor, said that she recruited women to join the organization, used blackmail, to force them to engage in sexual activity with that other dude who started the cult against their wishes and enslave them to do menial tasks. Crazy, right? So basically, she was in court today. I saw some indictment papers. She's talking, right? You really see what people are made of. You see who's a coward the moment the cops pick them up. That's when people just spill the beans, the cowards, right? And she's just going to roll on everybody. This is not a person that I would really trust with my life. So I think Keith Rainier better have some insurance. Otherwise, he's about to get outed along with everything that he's done by Allison Mack. And I think it's probably already started. I saw a court painting of her court hearing today. No pictures, but an oil painting or something. So you can come look some of this stuff up yourself if you like. It's spelled NXIVM, and it's a bad deal. And it says Women's Secret Society branding examined on ABC's 2020. That ain't what that is, man. That's not what that is. And they bring up Keith Rainier here. All right, I can already tell I'm going to have to make this into 2 parts because I'm on a time limit here. Okay, so I'm going to get as far as I can and then we'll continue in a second part. But this is where it leads. Now, I told you that the 2 people that started this cult, his name was Keith Rainier, K-R, and Allison Mack, A-M, right? And they branded everybody with this in their pubic region. So down by their lady bits. And this is an ownership technique. This is a psychological breakdown to show that you are owned by another human being. And these people were being owned by, Keith and Allison. That's what they were up to. It says she helped brainwash and blackmail low self-esteem women and men and even branded them with her own sign so they are part of their harem. You cannot make this stuff up. I wish I was. And it's about to get way crazier. I swear, here we go on the rabbit hole. You know what? I'm going to have to end it here. That is the introduction to what this is, and there's a lot more to talk about. So I'm going to get my thoughts clean. I'm going to end the video right now, and I will make a second part. So before I end this, I just want to say thanks for watching, man. Whoever you are, wherever you're at, what you're doing is important, so don't stop. Don't let the gas off. Keep the pressure on. It doesn't matter where you're at in life. It doesn't matter what social media sites that you're a part of. Keep the pressure on. Keep talking about this content. It's having a huge, huge impact. So until next time, this is Bill Smith. Thanks for watching.